climate change isn't just making hurricanes stronger or heat waves hotter. It's also starting to reshape our elections. Supercharged storms like Helene and Milton might destroy polling places, but they can also create renewed motivation to vote.
People deserve to be heard. We'll find a way to vote.
What can you do but, I guess, vote out some people and vote in people who are putting that as a priority?
That enthusiasm is also reflected in new data from the Environmental Voter Project. The nonpartisan group is contacting 4.8 million voters across 19 states, all who prioritize climate action, but rarely or have never voted.
Every election, the big question is, will young voters, and particularly young climate voters, actually show up? And so far, the data isn't just encouraging, it's extraordinary.
Nathaniel Stinnett leads the nonpartisan group, and so far this election, they've already rallied more than 100,000 first-time voters to cast ballots in key swing states like Pennsylvania and North Carolina.
Let's just take a state like Arizona. Arizona was decided by fewer than 10,500 votes in 2020. We've identified 230,000 potential first-time climate voters in Arizona. So yeah, these climate voters who typically sit on the sidelines could make an enormous difference if they show up this fall, and so far they are.
More frequent and extreme disasters could also bring even bigger changes in the future.
5-6 years now.
And I heard evidence of that while talking with longtime Floridians impacted by Hurricane Milton.
So what's going through your mind after this yet again?
I don't want to be here anymore. I'm leaving this area, and I've been here since 1974.
I think there's a lot of people that are just going to sell. I mean, the older people, like I said, on fixed incomes can't afford this.
So when you and your neighbors are all of a sudden saying, you know what, I don't know if I can live here anymore, people start to build a kind of momentum socially, and then all of a sudden, people, in fact, really do move.
Chase Cain studies climate migration at Tulane University, and he's noticing climate impacts, disasters, pushing more Americans to move, which could eventually redraw the electoral map.
So to say it another way, we might see more purple states in the future.
Yeah, and I think that's ultimately a very healthy thing, to move from very hard divisions of blue and red to create more competitive political geographies in this country.
In New York, I'm National Climate Reporter Chase Cain.